Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or watching this channel for the very first time, the reason why it's called Uncommon Sense because on this platform we talk about everyday issues and we try to find logical solutions. But not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called uncommon sense. I just want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And we already had someone who started the chat. Good evening, James Maps. Thank you very much for stopping by. And I just want to let everybody know that James Maps also has a YouTube channel. So I'm going to ask that if you have not done so, please subscribe and check out his content. Now, as always, I want to give a huge shout out to all the people. Okay, I don't know. All the people, excuse me. I just want to give a huge shout out to all the people who have subscribed to my channel. I also want to give a huge shout to all those who watch my content on a regular basis. And today I gained another subscriber. So right now I have 115 subscribers. And I just want to say thank you very much for allowing me to enter into your homes through your devices so you can partake of my content. I'm going to ask everybody, if they have not done so, to please subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do go live, prepare content, you will have the opportunity to either catch it live or catch it on the playback. It doesn't seem to be a lot of activity right now. Right now, there's one person, and now we have the presence of the one, the only, the fearless, the outspoken Denise Gonzalez. Good evening, daughter. I hope you're doing well today. Um, Glad to see that you're in the chat. So if you have not done so, what I'm going to ask that you do is the following. Please subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do prepare content, you will have the opportunity to either watch it live or watch it on the playback. Oh, Denise, you are a comedian. Okay. Without a doubt, Denise, you have a lot of talents. I don't know. I don't know if you should have been a comedian or you should have been a journalist. You're very good in both of those areas. Now, tonight's episode of Uncommon Sense, it's going to be a little bit spicy, so to speak. And I just want to give a disclaimer. Oh my lord, goodness gracious! I cannot see it now. Denise, just put down. Trust me, I consider it a comedy night. Just let me know. Just DM me when you're gonna do your comedy, and I'll be there. But tonight is going to be a little bit of spicier. Well, I'm gonna try to keep it spicier episode. And this is in light of the fact that my last stream was, of course, was a bit emotional, being that I had to do with the anniversary of my mother's passing. But you know what? Life must go on. So what I'm going to do is, excuse me, just give me a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link, and then I'm going to give me a moment. Oh, okay. I see. And then Denise says, I have a name for it and everything. It's called I'm So Tired. Okay. Well, you know what, Denise? Thank you very much for your kind words. The fact of the matter is, my mother lived to be 86 years old, so she lived a long life. And we also have the presence of the intro Boricua. Good, good evening, sir. Thank you very much for stopping by. Now, as I was saying, okay, 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 no problem. Now, as I stated before, tonight's topic, I'm going to ask that anyone who's under the age of 18, please do not participate because it is going to become kind of spicy. And actually, okay. And then and then she says, she surpassed the epic life experience. That's awesome. Most of us don't even come near that. Denise, I think you're going to live to be 90 years old and you're going to be doing Latin explaining. Okay, Denise, I love you very much, and I gotta need it you every now and then. Just that's just my bizarre way of letting you know that I care. So, as I stated before, tonight's episode it's meant for people who are 18 or over. So I'm gonna ask that if you have anybody under the age of 18, please don't participate. Okay, I appreciate it. There'll be other streams where younger people will be able to watch it, but not today. So the topic is, can a 304 become a wife? Now, before I get into the topic, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share. Actually, this is a more of a funnier version of what the heck this is, and once I play the video, I think you're going to understand what I mean. So just give me a moment. This episode, this episode of Uncommon Sense. Uh, yes, I agree. If you're under the age of 21, please exit the conversation stream. This is for adults. Yes. Now, tonight's episode of What the Heck This Is. Okay, it's humorous in a way. Now, whenever a national leader goes to visit another country, usually they will meet the leader of the country, and what they would do is they would play the national anthem. Okay, and hopefully oh my god. Oh, Denise. Denise actually wrote down, welcome to Wilding Out Thursday with Jose Nick. Oh, dear Lord, dear Lord. I apologize. It's just that considering, um, you know, you have to laugh. You have to laugh every now and then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my stream. And actually, now I'm gonna say it's fair use. Actually, it was someone named Benny History that produced this video, and it's called "National Anthem's Biggest Fails." So I'm just gonna share my screen. Just give me a moment. Okay. Okay. I don't know why it's not showing up on my screen. Uh, you know what? Okay. Well, unfortunately, we have technical difficulties at times. Yes. So now we're going to play it. And again, this is from Benny History. And and this video has almost 700,000 views. So what it's going to be a comparison between the proper playing of national anthem and a not so proper playing. So let's hear it.
National anthems and patriotic songs of not only their own
Okay. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Uh, I don't know what's going on, but let me just see if I can play.
is capable of audio and marching music, including the national anthems and nation, but others as well. Both while stationary and as a marching band. Honor Band or National Band is composed of 120 professional musicians from senior national conservatories. As the senior band and field music unit of the armed forces, it is aimed towards active participation as the musical accompaniment in all national events. The band is responsible for performing pieces such as the anthems of foreign countries during arrival honor ceremonies for visits by foreign leaders. National band must have a lot of training, but some band are better than the other.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
First level. La Marseillaise. Being played by that military band.
Get some help.
Okay. We're good. Okay. We're going to stop it here. Just give me a moment. No, excuse me. Hello? Okay, can anyone hear me? Okay. No, this is not the cricket rioters, okay? And it can happen to any, okay, so enough with the tomfoolery. Now, I see we have a guest here. So before I let my guest in, I'm going to state my disclaimer. The views of those who appear on the panel are not necessarily those of the host of the channel. Any attempt to copy the material without the consent of the host or the channel is prohibited. By appearing on the call, you waive your rights to images of the channel. There are the views of some hosts, people might be considered offensive to others. Anyone that appears to be under the influence of alcohol or drugs will be immediately removed from the platform. If you don't like the content, you can block the channel. And I just want to acknowledge the fact that Tampa Supreme is in the chat. Good evening, sir. And now I'm going to add. Good evening.
Hello, don José, ¿cómo está?
Muy bien. Welcome to the Golden Sphere.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it is so cold that your internet is that because it's cold over there that your internet sounds like this, Don Jose?
No, it's the heat.
Is that your internet? Is that what it is?
Okay. Okay. I see you've been talking with Denise. Okay.
No. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're having a real technical issue when it comes to your connection. It happens. It can happen to anyone, to any of us. So maybe that's something that you know that you should have it checked out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Denise loves to talk smack. Okay. If you're so brave, Denise, why don't you join? Okay. You know what? If you can't join the platform, do so. But no, but in all fairness, I wanted to do like a more kind of spicier, more of a fun stream because in light of the fact because Tuesday stream was very emotional for me because it was on the anniversary of my mother's passing.
Yeah, I couldn't even join that because losing my mom is still too soon for me. So I just observed a little bit, but I stayed out of it. I had to. It's just today I was talking to a few of the guys at work that are in my age group, and their moms have already passed away, and they were telling me, "You never really recover. You never really recover from that." I mean, one of them, his mom passed away like 25 years ago, and he still tells me, still hurts. So that's something that I'm gonna have to carry for the rest of my days. Then maybe
Yes,
you
that
too.
is. Yeah, that is true. I just want to, yes, everybody, please hit the like button as you come in. So tonight's topic is going to be: can a 3 or 4 become a wife?
Don Jose, is that a rhetorical question?
It could be interpreted as a rhetorical question, or it could be. You see, it's left to your interpretation.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, at least from what I have learned, because I could never take seriously a known 3 or 4. I just couldn't. I couldn't because one thing is to being able to get involved with them, kind of like keep them an arm's length, and just for for fun purposes, entertainment purposes only. That will be one thing. But make a 3 or 4 a wife is just not good common sense, and we're talking common sense, right? It's just
Yes.
it's just not good common sense to try to wife up a 3 or 4. It's just not something that a man should do. I mean, 3 or 4s have a function. 3 or 4s provide a service in the world, so they should be left to be that.
Yes. Well, what I did was I prepared some characteristics to what a wife should be, and what a 3 or 4 is. And actually, a 3 or 4 is slang for a prostitute. I used to think it was just a slang for women of very loose morals who have multiple sexual partners.
Well, I mean, a 3 or 4. A 3 or 4 is also another way to say the garden tool that some women
Yes.
are call her. Well, but that's the thing. That's the thing that kind of falls into the same category. The kind of like the whores. Well, some of them get paid, but the others, the other type of 3 or 4s are the ones that they do it for fun. They because they want to. Supposedly, they are so liberated and empowered that they think that they can ride the rooster carousel without consequences. And that's not true. That's not true.
Well,
Those women tend to tend to be out of their mind. They get crazy because they are taking in their bodies a lot of the different masculine energy from a whole bunch of different guys, and that messes them up in their head. So they're not reliable. They're usually very rebellious. They're just not somebody that a man can trust. I mean, a woman like that, a woman like that might kill you in your sleep. I mean, I wouldn't be able to sleep around. Hey, K-Fit. No, we disagree. We disagree on that one. Now, if you can make a good case for that, hit the link. School us. Put us in our place. Let us know why we are wrong. We don't believe that a 3 or 4 can be a wife, but if you can make the argument, come on up. I'll hear it. I'll listen.
Okay. I just want to acknowledge the fact that K-Fit is in the chat. Now, what I did was I did drop the link so anyone else can comment. But let me just discuss what in my estimation, is some characteristics of a wife, what a wife should be. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, these are not limited. There could be others, but this is just the things that I thought about. A good wife is a nurturer. Okay. Because she's also, if there's children involved, and I see we got, okay, first of all, let's bring in K-Fit.
Good evening, all. How
Good
are
evening.
you today? And Ramon.
Hey, K-Fit, how you doing?
Okay, wait a minute. This.
Yeah. No, if she's having difficulty staying on the panel, then maybe she can click out and click back in again.
Let's see.
I'm here.
Okay.
I was in the backstage. I don't know how, but I was in the backstage.
Okay.
Now I see that Denise put in a comment. What K-Fit is trolling?
No, I'm not trolling, but I really sincerely think a 304, which is the who, could be a wife, only because like I see it happen so much. Like I see it happen, like these 304s, these stats, these skios, these sleeves, whatever you want to call them, they wait in the wings for the perfect opportunity to take the man that they think will treat them the way they see a man treats their wife. And when that opportunity comes, when there's a breakup, when there's a slip up, when something happens, they really play their position to the point where this is how quote unquote side babies come into the story. And if you don't know what a side baby is, it's pretty much a baby outside of a marriage when you're already married to someone or in a relationship with someone. I really think this is a good possibility. Like we even see it shown so much on reality TV with shows such as Basketball Wives, Black Ink Crew, Love and Hip Hop. Like, you know, of course these shows are scripted, but they show real life situations where this happens. I know personal friends in high school this has happened to. I know grown women this has happened to. And yeah, sometimes the relationships don't last long and it ends in a breakup, you know. But I've seen this happen. And sometimes I've seen it happen in a way where, you know, some girls are hoes for different reasons. Some are just hoes to be hoes, and some are hoes with missions, which means like they're strippers, you know, they may call a stripper girl a hoe, you know, because she's stripping for tuition. But some hoes have goals, you know, and some of them really have a strategic plan. You know, let's take the show P Valley. Some of those girls on the show.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Denise. Okay, excuse me. Denise,
can you guys hear me properly?
Yes. Yeah, we hear you.
Because I'm not home, so I'm using my phone. And this is like untapped territory for me.
So okay. So your connection is not gonna be the usual the usual type. It's gonna be a bit not necessarily Yankee, but it's gonna be
like
a little bit throttly.
By any chance, is your Wi-Fi deficient, Denise?
No, it's not the Wi-Fi. It's just that I'm not at home with my microphone and my equipment. So I know audio is going to be an issue.
Okay. Yeah,
Well,
we can hear you. It
Now,
sounds
Jose, there's no way in hell we will have. I will have Cricket Wireless modems and equipment that I have to include violence to actually make technology work. I'm pretty sure you have stabbed that poor computer at this point.
okay.
well,
Here we go. Here we go. I'm
do you
gonna
see
do that
this?
one.
It's
Huélela,
ready.
Denis.
It's ready.
Huélela. Huélela, Denis.
Oh my gosh, but Denise, I don't mean to like take up for the hoes, but my whole point was that these hoes be winning, as they say, especially the ones with the perfect Brazilian BBL bodies and all this back and forth surgery. Like some of these married men be falling in love with the illusion of the women because of what they look like forgetting like, okay, she have her body done or she is not real. I have a whole real woman at home who loves and appreciates me, and they get lost. I mean, in the
Yeah.
African American community, I'm gonna say I see it. I don't know if you guys have seen any of any of the things I'm talking about, but I've seen this happen. I don't agree with it now, but I feel like these hoes are strategic.
No, I mean
Okay.
you don't
But
agree with it because you know that it's wrong.
It's
Can
different
barely
to
hear
think
you.
about because that's another topic. That's another whole topic though.
Yeah, it
Because
definitely could be a whole different topic for sure, Denise.
it definitely should, because I don't necessarily agree with the fact that, I mean, I personally, like, I don't condone cheating. In my opinion, that's shitty. But I understand now something that I didn't used to understand in the past. But we're not seeing these ladies married though, you know? And yeah, they would say for street cred, among other women, that they, oh, like I'm messing with everyone's husband. But at the end of the day, is that husband investing the resources of the family in you, or is the wife the one that gets all the benefits? You know, because basically that's where this is going on. And even if they marry, which is very rare that this 3 or 4s marry, getting a ring doesn't make you a wife. You're just a hoe with a ring. That's just how it is, and it never ends nicely, because the way these ladies move, it's never as a wife. When you are a wife, you're an extension of your man. You know, I'm an extension.
Absolutely.
I'm an extension of MK. I represent him out here. So I
Hmm.
can't move the same way single ladies could. Imagine if I do on my streams, if I show up showing my tits, or on booty shorts and stuff. Like, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
So there's certain things that I couldn't do because I represent my husband. Now, a 3 or 4 doesn't understand that culture because she's not a wife. She's just a 3 or 4 with a ring. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, can
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
describe 304 a little bit more? Is it just the homewrecker girl? Is it just the girl who likes to sleep with a lot of guys? Is it like the gold digger girl? Can we like go in depth a little bit more with the definition
No,
of
no.
304?
Yeah, those different things, they have their names. We're talking about the loose ones, the ones that they're riding the rooster carousel because that's how she feels empowered, supposedly because she's so strong and independent and nobody can tell her anything. So she wants to be able to sleep around the way a he-ho can sleep around. I mean, but the effects are not the same. One thing is a man who is kind of like the ones that other women flock to, because let's understand this, a lot of men are not even having sex because they're not having a lot of luck dating to begin with, and there are the ones that are called either the brats or the chats or the tyrons or or whatever it is that are considered the more attractive, the more appealing guys. Those it's a small group of guys that are fooling around with the majority of women, and that usually, if the man is strong man minded, a grown man, strong minded man, that's not really going to affect him. What that's gonna do to a man is that he's gonna provide him with experience, valuable experience when it comes to relationships, which is what women usually want to begin with, because the women, especially if she's lacking experience, she doesn't really want to be with a man who lacks experience. I mean, the incels, them near virgins. Women don't want that. But the thing
Baby,
is that there is no benefit for a woman to be riding the rooster carousel, because those women are taking different masculine energies from several different guys, one after the other, and that can be damaging to the woman mentally, psychologically, emotionally, and even physically, because she could end up having a few kids and having the whole baby daddy, multiple baby daddies issue that no one wants to deal with.
Okay,
and
okay,
not
okay.
only
So now
that,
I see why Denise think I'm trolling. Okay, so I'm having a whole different interpretation. So thank you for that breakdown right now. Okay, so I'm with the whole squad right here. No, a 304
Okay.
cannot be a wife.
I
Okay.
thought you were
Well,
trolling because I know that you don't go with that culture. You hate that culture as much as we do. So I was like, maybe I think K-Fit is trolling.
No, thank y'all for breaking that down for me. Though I feel crazy right now.
No, no,
Oh
no,
no.
no.
but you know,
Because
no,
uh,
but you know what? It's okay. Let me just give you a couple of characteristics of what a wife should be. As I stated, she's a nurturer. She's also a helpmate. A good wife is a motivator. She's an advisor. Hopefully, she'll be a lifetime partner. She's a nest creator. She's faithful, committed to her husband, and she'll provide a peaceful environment. Now, now Denise, who's my cyber daughter, is married. Now, am I in error with anything I've stated regarding what a wife should be?
No, you're absolutely right, and I would like to add up to that. Because we hear often all the stuff. We only hear the man's side, but we need to talk about what women are supposed to be. We're supposed to be feminine. We're supposed to, like, if you are, wives are not loud, wives are submissive, and we don't have a problem with that word. Okay,
no, a lot of women do
wives.
get triggered. We have experienced that, right, Don Jose? And another stream where a certain guest, the word submission was mentioned, and she got triggered. She started
Oh
trying to
wow.
check us and argue with us about, but what do you mean with submission? What do you define it as? I mean, I could almost see
Y'all
her.
be in some spicy chats. I be looking at y'all chats like, oh my god, y'all be in some spicy chats, all of y'all.
Yeah,
And yet,
but
Oh wow. Look,
it's a good thing. It's a good thing if you ladies don't have a problem with submission, because it's not something that is supposed to trigger you. Because contrary to what the modern woman will tell you, submission doesn't mean slavery. It never meant that. Never, ever, ever meant that.
no,
But
no,
that's the
and to be honest with you, the problem with submission, in my opinion, right? Because you guys know I come from the masculine sector of women. I've said this plenty of times. The
Mhm.
problem with submission and modern women, it's basically that we live under the pre-assumption of aggression and contempt for men. We assume that there's this underlying fear that you're raised with, thinking that men are creatures that like to take advantage of poor disadvantaged women. So you're thought to be tough, and you're relinquishing your femininity, and women can argue with me on this how they feel.
They're breaking up.
Oh, I'm breaking up.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, for a moment we couldn't hear you, so we didn't
Oh,
get
okay.
all of what you
Sorry.
said.
I'm I'm sorry. I'm not home. But basically, if you think about it, um, uh,
You're breaking up badly. We
Oh
can't
yeah,
hear
you
you.
sound like you're not even here.
I
We
still
can't hear you.
There she goes.
can you guys hear me? Okay, then I'm gonna jump out. I'm gonna jump back in. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. I
Yeah.
just want to
So
acknowledge the.
sorry.
Okay. I just want to
No, we see
acknowledge the
Armando. We
fact.
see Armando. We see Armando.
Okay. Okay.
What's going on, man? Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Don
So,
Armando.
so I'm not the only one that's been having some technical difficulties. Huh?
Well, not this time, but that's because Denise is on the road. It's kind of like the same thing that I say to Rakim, because Rakim sometimes be trying to stream from his phone and it doesn't work too well.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I like that stream I joined with you guys with him on his channel about the music. We were like singing, sounding like old winos and old geezers.
It
Yeah.
sounded like Sasu.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were horrible.
No,
You know what?
I didn't
We
want
should-
it to sing. I didn't want to do that because no, I would have really messed it up.
Ramon, we need to hear you singing.
Not in this life. No.
Stop in the name of love before you break my heart.
The COVID here.
My ears.
Jose is Sasu. I swear.
Oh, shoot.
I'm not even
Dang.
making this up. He is Sasu. I'm gonna send you a clip, Jose, so you see who Sasu is.
Okay.
Oh, Sasu, that's from The Lion King or something?
Yeah, you remember
Yeah.
Mufasa's bird?
Oh,
That's
shit.
Sasu. I was debating between Jose being the bird from Little Mermaid or Sasu. It's one of the two, or maybe in between. I'm like, is Jose the voice actor for these things?
Oh, I don't
He
know.
got paid really well. No wonder he bought a house. Sorry,
Okay.
Gosh.
Good for you. Good for him.
Here in the South Bay.
Yeah.
Well,
They
Right
look like
here
good
is-
wives on TV, Don Armando. He says, look at Kim Kardashian's sisters. They are good wives on TV.
Really, Don Armando, you're telling me that they're good wives. Look at Lamar Odom. Look at Kanye. All of them are like them near. All of them are near
Shots
suicidal.
fired.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? The Kourtney Kardashian, the husband, he was an alcoholic. I mean, he was drinking himself to damn near death. I mean, how are they? Okay.
I mean, they
explain
can
that one
probably
to me.
teach a class for the topic today.
I think the only
Okay.
woman in
You were
that-
being sarcastic. Got you.
I think the only woman in that family that I would say is wife material is Kris Jenner. Other than that, none of them.
Okay, but that's the mom. That's the mom. But that's the queen. That's the queen 3 or 4 in that household.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she
That's
could
the
write a
thing.
book, yo. She's the OG. She could write a book on how to get you.
Yeah, she's the one who taught everyone else, all of the other women in that family, how to finesse all of these athletes and
But
entertainers.
that
And
is okay. That is okay. That is okay. Look, we gotta stop pretending that we don't marry as women for resources, and men need to stop pretending that they don't marry because of how hot we are and how unused we are. Let's just keep it real. You know that is
no,
that
that is
is
the whole security thing. That is the whole security thing. But
Yeah.
at least
we don't
they have
marry-
to be. There has to be. It has to be with somebody that they at least like. There are women that get married to somebody that they don't really they don't really like because of the security, and then the problems start because then she needs somebody who she actually likes, who actually makes her feel nervous, who actually makes her wearing her panties, and then the problems start. I mean, because a lot of the time women can't always get all of the things that they want in a man in one man. Sometimes they need
Same with
2
you
or
guys
3.
too.
Huh?
Same with a man too. Some men feel like they need variety because they can't find everything in one woman.
No, but you see, with
that's
us men, that is the
that's
whole
literally
80-20 rule. After that,
that's
sex
literally
states.
in my opinion.
I don't know
Look,
about. Well,
that's literally
there was more than one. There was more than one sex tape because it wasn't just the one with Tommy Lee. There was a previous one. There was another sex tape before that, but that was with the Poison guy. Yeah, I understand that there was a sex
There's
tape
a
with
lot
that
of
guy
sex
too.
tapes out here right now.
Yeah.
look. I'm gonna
Well,
just say this. This whole thing about I probably it's me, right? But after I just woke up from this, craziness and madness, I think, in my opinion, it's best for us to stop looking for love. Because look, when I was 18, one of my our family, in Ramon, in Puerto Rico, we have tios and tias that are not related to us because they're friends, our parents' longtime friends. So one of my parents' longtime friends, he told me when I was 17 years old, he told me, and I didn't understood at the time, but I was telling him now, when he said, you don't marry loving someone. Love comes with time.
Yeah.
So don't look for love and look for stability. And he was so right, because if you think about it, you don't really. I've been with MK. We're gonna be 8 years knowing each other at this point. About to be 6 years together. But to be honest with you, we don't fully still know each other. There's still aspects we don't know because we haven't faced certain crises in life yet. You know? So, of course, you don't know if you love that person because you don't know if you're willing to stay through all of that. You have to be able to see that person completely. So when I hear from modern women the whole concept of my soulmate, or like I have to love this person, or I have to like this person, that makes no freaking sense. You can make it work. There's not such thing as a soulmate. You just have to make sure you get along with someone that makes sense for you, and get the best of what you can get with your value in the dating market. That's literally how you should move as a woman. So the concept of a soulmate, you have thousands of soulmates because you can make it work with so many people if you would just get along with them.
Yeah.
But we don't want to understand that until we're 40 years old, and that is a problem.
Yeah, we hear you. You're kind of choppy, but we hear you.
Yeah, that's a good view.
That's
a good way to look at it.
Yeah, that's something I want to respond to that, but when I have the chance. But yeah, Don Jose.
I just want to acknowledge the fact that the radical Latino is in the room. Good evening, Rad.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's up?
Hey, what's going on, my man?
Hey, radical.
Hey, people. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, I saw the chat. I saw the private. I saw that chat. The exchange there. I mean, we need to get on the same page and and fight this hate group. We need to stand up to it. I mean, we're being portrayed messed up right now. We need to stand up to it.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I totally agree with you, but that's for some other time. You know what I'm saying? Well, so Jose the Great. What's the topic? Can you marry a 304? Is that what it is?
Look, I say, can a 304 become a wife?
We all have heard that song. We all have heard that song, but you can't make a hoe a housewife. Turn a hoe into a housewife.
Okay.
If there's some
we have
holes
heard
in
that
the
song.
house, if you see
We have heard that song.
we gotta be we gotta be 100% honest here. There's a double standard when it comes to, you know, hoes and stuff like that, because men can be hoes too. You know. Now, it's more acceptable for a man to be a hoe than for a woman, because let's be completely honest, it's a lot easier for a woman to just, you know, open up her legs and she'll have a line wrapping around the block that she's giving the iPhone now. You know what I'm saying? So with those stigmas out the way, uh, that action of being promiscuous, not being tied down, that action comes with a certain lifestyle, and it comes with a certain way of being, to the point where I see that women who are like that end up being mentally and spiritually broken.
That's what I'm saying.
So technically, is there exceptions to the rule? Of course, but it doesn't break the rule that you cannot turn a hoe into a housewife, because one, no man, and I'm telling you right now, no man is going to accept their woman's having a crazy past. Let's keep it real. That's what it is. No man is going to accept that. That's why women lie about their body counts. Let's keep it 1,000. Not only for society's sake, because other women judge other women, but other men will be like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? It's like pretty much like, let me give you guys an example. If you guys see a really good cake, right? A really, really, really good cake, right? And I tell you, yo, Jose, yo, you see that? Yo, you see that cake over there, bro? You see that? Yo, put your finger in it, and then lick your finger. Are you gonna think twice about it?
Well, you know what? I've never thought of it.
It's a yes or no. Are you gonna think twice about it? Have you ever done it? Have you ever put your finger in the cake? You probably have, right? Exactly. It's nothing that big of a deal. That's what sex is to men. It's not that big of a deal. Now, you're asking us men to marry a cake with a bunch of holes in it that looks like Swiss cheese. Nobody's gonna want to take a piece of that cake and eat it. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, no, you cannot. Are there exceptions to the rule? Obviously. But that doesn't break the rule. The fact is that you cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. I'm sorry.
So, question. So, you feel that a woman has to have a body count under a certain number to be considered a wife in general?
No. I think a woman, this is just my opinion. This does not make it fact. It doesn't make it like etched in stone. But to me, any woman with a body count above the 9 is a hoe. To me. Just to me. That's all I'm saying.
So, do you think men and women should express that to each other's body counts before getting serious?
I think so. Yeah, but even if you don't, certain attributes are gonna start showing. You know what I'm saying? Certain attributes are gonna start showing. But to be honest, men and women are very different. So the body count of a man, you know, is extremely different from a body count of a woman. The body count of a man could be like 200. That doesn't mean really anything. But a body count of a woman of 200, not only will it mean something, but it'll show. It'll show in her actions. It'll show in her personality traits. It'll show it like literally everywhere.
Yeah,
So
she's gonna
you're
be
saying
crazy.
that for a man, his body count is like, it doesn't matter, pretty much?
Yeah, it doesn't matter,
I
because
disagree with that.
when
I
men
disagree
have
with radical.
wait, hold on.
Does matter.
When men have sexual intercourse, we could literally do it without emotions. Women, you have to like literally, you know, get her brain first before you get her physically. So
It depends.
yeah, it depends. But my point is, like a man could walk around with a 200 or 100 body count and not really, you know, have anything to show for it. You know what I'm saying? Women, on the other hand, that goes up in y'all egos. Y'all be thinking y'all your shit and all that other stuff. So what I'm saying is that men and women are very different when it comes to body counts, especially in that area.
So how do y'all men know a woman is telling the truth about her body count? So y'all go based on her body language to say, okay, she's being authentic because her body language says so?
Nah. If a short, first of all, this is going to be like completely rudimentary, but in my experience, if I'm dealing with a woman, right, and she knows more dudes than me in a block or in my own block, that's a huge red flag.
That's so stereotypical. But hold on, we from the Bronx.
Wait. That's a huge
right?
Wait. That's a huge red flag. That's one. Two. If the only friends she got are dudes and no women, that means women have taken her out of the little women's friends zone because she probably did some scandalous shit.
Okay, that is a flag. That's a flag. I agree.
That's another red flag. Number three. If Shorty always is like, Shorty's always getting into like some like argument with dudes or whatever the case is, and going to parties and basically being scandalous. That's another like red flag. So with me, I'm like, okay, if I'm seeing all of this and all of this is adding up, I don't need a calculator to tell me 2 + 2 is 4. I could just see it, be like, all right, Shorty probably has a wild scandalous past. You know what I mean? I gotta go to X Hamster and probably search something real quick. You know what I mean? But outside of that, if Shorty's like, calm, cool, and collected or whatever the case is, and she's not showing all these like scandalous type of things, it is what it is.
Okay, I definitely agree with you.
All right, I got one thing to tell.
Okay. Excuse me. I just want to acknowledge the fact that Art Nutstall TV is in the chat. Good evening, sir, and thank you very much for entering your comments in the chat. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, but then there's one other thing too. You have to look at some women, right? Why they have a high body count, or why they might be promiscuous. You get what I'm trying to say? Because there's some women that that been abused and they don't know what real love from a man is. You get what I'm trying to say? So there's a lot of attributes that when you see certain females that they have all problems in their relationship. Yeah, there might be a 3 or 4 or whatever the case may be, but then some women don't know what love is, or they've been mistreated all their life.
Don, I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, this ain't Pretty Woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to shop or trick my way into her heart. No. She could have got abused. I'm not no psychologist. I'm not no therapist. You handle that shit on your own goddamn time. If you're trying to come into my space talking about I want to be part of your life, then you got to come correct. And if I'm seeing certain attributes based on your past, and you're telling me, oh, because I got abused, well, I got nothing to do for you. You better handle that shit out the door. That's how I see it.
Exactly.
I mean, I think the whole body count comparison between men and women is a little bit unfair, but I know in the world we live in, it's always unfair what men can do, women can't do. So,
no, but let me tell you something real quick though, because the thing is, all men don't want a woman with a past, right? But all women want a man with a future, correct? So the thing is, you don't want to buy a used car. A used, let's say we're in 2022. You don't want to buy a 2015 used car at 2015 prices with the miles crazy high. That's gonna be unfair to you. So you're gonna want to you're gonna want to buy it at price rate. So that's what I'm saying. The thing is that some of these women with high body counts, majority of the time, come damaged mentally and spiritually.
I agree, for sure. I know girls who was giving it up in junior high school, in school.
Look,
you know what I'm saying? And just because it was a trend.
If I can, I want to piggyback from what Rod was saying. Look, The problem is that the rules are different, and I think the world is like this whole campaign of equality is kind of responsible for this mindset because we're not equal. Okay, we're not equal because we're not the same. We are the female of the species, and men are the male of the species. In any different species throughout the animal kingdom, men and women, the male and the female and the male, are completely different. Their tasks are different. Their expectations are different. Their role is different. So why is it different for us? Why we want to make it the same? It's not. Men are not going to stop being men. They are territorial, and we're not going to stop being women. So we cannot demand that men lower their expectation. Oh, like, I'm gonna give my body to the whole community, and then after I have no more space or I don't have anything special saved for you, then you should marry me and work hard and give me the wife treatment. It doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but then you'll get the results that brings. You can
Yeah.
move in however
I,
way you want.
I want to say one thing before I go. I gotta go handle something. I'm gonna come right back, but real quick. I've been with certain women whose body count was pretty high, and you could kind of tell kind of quick. All I gotta say is, if Shorty got no walls, that's a huge flag right there.
Ew.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
Exactly.
damn,
Whoa.
That's
damn!
Exactly.
You can hear echoes coming out of it.
Exactly. So when you see shorties at the gym with the little Kegel joint and they're going in hard, you already know what it is. You know what I mean?
okay. This is
Chill. I'm in the gym. Chill. That does not mean that.
look. I'm gonna say something real quick. Look,
No, but that's an effect. That's an effect of a high body count. Men don't have
really.
that. It
So look,
is.
I'm gonna say
I
something.
never really understood what y'all meant by that when y'all said about girls have no walls. I feel like every woman has walls. There's no such thing.
Okay. So okay.
Ew.
This is probably like the easiest way to explain it. If you probably take your index finger and your other hand and like squeeze it, that means you have walls. If you like open your hand just a little bit and you got mass space in that shit, that means you got no walls. That's what it means.
Okay. TMI.
Yeah, TMI. I
Okay.
mean,
I'm helping y'all ladies out. That's
well,
all I'm
thank
saying.
you for the
This is my
description.
This is my thing. Look,
Yes.
it is true.
Excuse me.
Males can have a higher body count than we do. That is true. However, and for many reasons, because if you think about it, you know how attached we become to a man that we are sharing our bodies with. Let's just keep it real. You have to turn off your humanity to be a hoe. We've seen this. There's no, because you can become attached, and that is our natural response. So unfortunately, it can sound harsh, but there's no way you can switch back your humanity as a woman once you turn it off in order to live that life. I don't know if that makes sense. And also for the men, the whole thing about, oh, like I can just, round through 300 women and then marry this clean woman. We don't want men whores. For
Yeah,
many
the only
reasons.
one. I think the only exception to that. I understand what you're saying, but the only exception to that will be if there were several women, but they were all like really high quality, kind of like what Leonardo DiCaprio gets with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because look, this is the thing. You run through all these ladies and what many men don't understand, because men don't even go to the urologist. Human papilloma develops into cancer. Our uterus, where we create life, are very sensitive to bacteria. Very sensitive. You don't want a man that's going to bring to your clean uterus foreign bacteria from all these ladies. Because when a man sleeps with a woman, you're not just sleeping with that woman, you're sleeping with that woman and all the men that woman decided to sleep with. because they're going to have all that bacteria in her. That's how your uterus works. So yeah, we
Excuse,
don't want a man whore because the emotional part is not going to be there. A man's not going to be attached to all the women that he had sex with. That is a fact. However, it will affect us physically. So yeah, I mean, personally, that's my opinion. Of course, doesn't have to be every woman's reality. I don't want a man that's been around with a lot of women. I don't, especially since men that ramp up their body count don't tend to pick high quality women.
excuse me. I just want to acknowledge the fact that M Moonchaser is in the chat. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for starting by. And just for a disclaimer, my body count is 3.
Nah. Yeah, the 3 this year.
No, 3 in my lifetime.
Oh, okay. Well, that's honorable.
Yes. I'm more or less the exception, not the rule. And of course, Moonchaser is adding his comments stating that is not true.
No, but I think he's talking about whether women care about body count on a man or not. I mean, I think that's what he's referring to, and many women don't really care so much about that because a man could be lying about it anyway. Just like when it comes to body count on a woman, women tend to downplay the body count, and because there is a lot of sex that certain women will have that they want to acknowledge later on because to them it doesn't count. Maybe it was when they were on a trip, or maybe they got drunk at a bar and whatever happened after that they don't really remember. So to them it doesn't count. Like just said that they were on a trip outside. They were on a trip on an island outside of the United States, and they hooked up with somebody, and because that was that one time that when they hooked up with that somebody, well, they can disregard that one, and to them it doesn't count. There are certain instances in which women will have sex and they don't add it to the body count. To them it doesn't count. They disregard it, and
But you
and
have to,
they go by
you
what?
have, look,
Huh?
you have to add every sexual interaction. You know, even if it doesn't end in intercourse, you have to, because still that counts as a sexual interaction.
Yeah.
You, as a woman, you have to. Come on, we can't be
No, they
hypocrites.
won't. But you know they won't do it. You know they won't do it. You know they will lie about it.
Of course.
I think
Yeah.
every woman has her own little secret list of what her body count is: the good, the bad, the ugly, the one you wish didn't happen, the one that was horrible, the one that was great, the one you went back to, the one with the stars or whatever the case is. So I guess to
Uh-huh.
each his own, I guess, some women won't tell, someone will fake their numbers, some will keep it real. But I was just really surprised to hear. I don't know if all men think the way Radical thinks, but I was surprised to hear his commentary on the standards of a wife. But I guess he's only speaking for himself only, and not all men. But what do you guys think about that?
No, because
Well,
when it comes to, uh-huh.
okay. Well, I'm gonna see. The thing is, generally, I don't ask um, a lady what's her body count. First of all, because there's always a possibility that A, she may not be honest because she may feel a little embarrassed, or she might have a different perspective how we react if the lady was honest. My thing is this. I mean, yes, people are influenced by the past, but I'm more concerned about the present and the future.
Right, because I know a girl that fits Radical's description that's happily married
And she was a 3 or 4.
in her 20s and 30s. She definitely was.
Yeah, but well. I mean, we'll see. You'll see how long that lasts because a woman that has been doing the 3 or 4 thing for so many years, and then she gets married. I mean, that's a difficult change to make. I mean, the whole past is gonna start to come back, and the behaviors may start to come back, and maybe she starts getting bored in her marriage because she's always with the same man every single time, every single night, every single day. And she kind of reminisces about the times when she had the variety, and maybe she might want to get some of that again. So maybe she is with somebody that she doesn't really like for the stability, and there is a good chance.
Not only that, Ramon, to add to what you're saying, it's what I was saying before. For you to be able to be a detached woman that has sex like a man, because let's just keep it real, being promiscuous is having sex like a man.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a
Yes.
male trait. We're not supposed to be promiscuous. So to be promiscuous, you have to shut down your femininity, because in your female stance, even biology says that we have the hot hormone in our bodies for 4 days after sexual intercourse, whereas men have it for only 1 hour. So
Okay.
what's biology telling you? Men are not designed to stay attached to you, but we are. But in order for you to move like a man, you have to shut down so many parts of you. So I wonder how she feels related to her man, because I mean, does she cling to her man? Does she fantasize about what her life could have been if she stayed on the streets? You know, there's so many questions that will come. And just because you were a 304 and now you're married, that doesn't make you a wife. What that makes you is a 304 with a ring. It's not the same thing.
And there are women.
Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna just say she's married. I'm not gonna call her a wife, but she's married with children. Living a life. As far as I know, not in her 304 ways anymore. Just with one guy.
Yeah. And there are women that have this mentality that maybe they are married, but they have this mentality that, well, the ring can be taken off. So they have that mentality that they feel like they can turn off the part in their minds that reminds them that they're married, and they go back to acting like a 304 again if they are attracted enough to some other dude that actually does it for her. When I say does it for her, meaning that turns her on.
Look at Ciara, Ramon. Look at Ciara.
No, but the Sims, certain Sims that are in our community, they start defending her for whatever the hell reason. I'm not gonna mention names because I don't want to promote them, but we have come across certain types that guys, men, they're supposed to be men, that they will start defending Ciara, talking about that she upgraded him. Like what the fuck? I mean, how can she? Yeah. Because in their eyes, Russell Wilson wasn't really that popular before he got with her. So according to them, she raised his profile. But at what cost? Because he's having to endure a whole bunch of disrespect, and she acts like a thirst trap, all up in Instagram, trying to draw attention from men, dancing half naked, twerking for Instagram at gas stations like a hood rat. This is somebody who is supposed to be married to a high value man, and she doesn't respect him. I give it 5 years.
Excuse me. I want the ladies on the panel to observe this comment that Montes is, and what's your reaction?
I'll give it after Keife because I'm already home. So give me a minute so I can settle.
Okay.
Do your thing.
Says women need to give up the box on demand. Stop holding on to that box.
He's playing. But there is when a man, if the man is married, and this is something that K-Fit, you're not gonna like this. Maybe I don't know how Denise is gonna feel about it. There is somewhat of a duty when it comes to meeting a man's needs, because a man, if he's your husband, significant other, and he's a protector and provider for you, he's meeting your needs. So it's only fair that as a woman you meet your man's needs. So a lot of modern women don't like to hear that. That's why there are these sexless marriages. But that's because this is an example of women that are with men that they don't really like. That maybe they are married to them for the security, but they were never really attracted to them. So that's why they can find any excuse to not want to be intimate with them. So these guys are miserable. They are still doing all of the providing and protecting, but their needs are not being met. And that's what that you can find videos on YouTube about the sexless marriages and how these guys are frustrated because they're doing their part in the marriage, but the woman is not meeting his needs because in the end she doesn't really like him. She doesn't really like him like that. She doesn't give a shit about his needs, and probably those wives are being ran through by someone else that actually does it for them. Again, what I was saying, women don't necessarily find all of the characteristics that they want in a man in one man. They need to be involved with more than one to find all of the characteristics that they're looking for. That's a thing. It's a thing. That happens. I have been the side dude. It's for women that maybe they have somewhat of a security with the man that they see everybody else with, but they don't really like the guy. They're not really that attracted to them, and they call me to fill in the blanks, to make up for what they're not getting at home. I speak from experience. It happens. It is a thing.
Okay. Excuse me.
Okay,
I just want
Poppy.
to. If I can just chime in. Now, Moon Cheetah said, I've done the marriage thing for 16 years and she still cheated. These hoes ain't law anymore. Stick and move. And then he says, women are like with a revolving door. For me, I like it like that now. And I just want to acknowledge that James Maps is in the house. Good evening, sir. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't like some of your comments, introvert Rico. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I want to comment back on some of the things you said. I respect everything you guys do up here. Sierra, so you're saying that before she married Russell Wilson, she was an R&B pop singer and dancer. So now that she's a wife, she can't dance and promote music and be who she is because she's a wife now?
It's inappropriate. The twerking at gas stations, the twerking half naked on Instagram for attention. Wives
It's a music
don't do
video.
that. No. Wives don't do that. You do that. You do dancing. You can do choreography on a music videos, but thirst trapping half naked on a for Instagram, trying to draw attention from men is inappropriate for a married woman. She is embarrassing him. That's why everybody calls Russell Wilson a simp, because he doesn't put her in her place. He doesn't put her in her place. He doesn't put his foot down. He's making her look bad. Let's see what happens in the next 5 years when they have been already married for about 10 years and she wants to file for divorce and take everything while getting out of the door.
Yo, trust me, she is no fool. She is not gonna mess that up. And if she does mess that up, all the black girls gonna beat her ass. Number one. Sorry if I curse. I was trying to curse.
No. She will be celebrated. All of the 3 or 4s out there, they're gonna be celebrating her.
And if we do, all the black girls in the community gonna jump up.
She's gonna be celebrated if she divorces the guy.
She's lucky to have him. I've never heard no one downgrade him for her. I definitely feel like
you never heard it. You never heard it. Amongst men, the talks about men is that he is being a simp because she continues to disrespect him and making him look bad.
Yeah,
a married woman shouldn't be doing none of that.
I'm not gonna lie. He's right. Like the things that she be doing, like
so she should quit her career, is what y'all saying?
I didn't say anything about her career. I'm not talking about whatever her career she has.
Her career isn't thirst trapping. Her career is her career.
That's not a career. Working for Instagram, that's not a career.
Can I make
okay, you're making excuses, K-Fit. Don't make excuses for Instagram.
I like her.
Doing that in private will be more appropriate in private, not on Instagram.
I don't think you're gonna like what I have to say, but look, I'm
Okay.
gonna. It's kind of like what I
Excuse me,
said.
before we continue, I just want to acknowledge that James Mapp is on the panel. Good evening, sir. The topic for tonight is, can a 304 become a wife?
Look, I'm gonna explain it to the best of
Can
my
anybody be a
ability.
wife?
Hey, James
Anybody
Mapp.
can be a wife.
Look,
Hello.
look. The
Denise,
the
don't let me down, please.
I probably will, right? Because I had to speak like a wife. Like I said at the beginning, a wife is an extension of her husband. I am an extension of MK. I can't just go out here and start twerking for views. That's prostitution. I get it now, that's called a career, but that is prostitution. Now I'm going to say,
Right.
I get that she had a career before. Fine, but let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Ciara was with Future, had Future's baby. This man took you in after you had Future's baby. Let's take that into consideration. She didn't have Leo DiCaprio's baby, she had Future's baby. So he takes her in, and let's keep it real. Russell Wilson could literally divorce Ciara and get himself the best of the best woman because he has the money for those options. So he goes out of his way, marries Ciara, starts a family with her. She can't move the same way because she represents Russell. You can't represent your husband like a prostitute. Why? Because if he's giving you the exclusive access to his wealth, which she has, he has to have as an exchange exclusive access to your body. And what she's doing right now is showing basically his territory to the world for money. It doesn't matter how you slice it. I know it sounds very harsh, but it's what they are doing and it's what she is doing. That's prostitution. And that is
Right.
not a wife. So no, I completely disagree with Ciara. That's why I brought up that comparison. Ciara is the example of what a wife is
Don
not.
DeMarco.
Oh my gosh, I'm just
Okay.
weak right
Okay.
now.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I want to get James Mapp into the conversation. Good evening, James.
Good evening.
Okay. So, what's your thoughts about the topic?
I agree with Denise.
Okay. Now, I also was married. So I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And K-Fit, you might not like what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Um, the fact of the matter is, if I'm married, she represents me. So if she's going out there twerking, being half naked, or what have you, she's not giving a good representation of me. It does not mean that she cannot pursue a career. But the fact of the matter is this. I'm gonna say it the other way around. If I'm married and let's say I'm getting very chummy with you, K-Fit, in a kind of a romantic way, that's not going to be a good representation of my wife as well. So when you're married and your wife is twerking and showing half her body across the world, that's not showing the proper respect to her husband. The same way, if I'm flirting with Denise or another female, or being, going past what a male should be with a female, I'm not showing the proper respect towards my wife. You may not
Yeah.
like what I'm going to say, okay, but it's true. Am I now, Denise? You're married. Am I far from this point, or?
No, you're absolutely right. Look, it goes even to this point. There are clothes that I don't wear.
And I've had clothes that I don't think probably they're provocative, and MK tells me no, I don't wear that, and I don't wear those clothes.
Damn right. Sorry.
No,
Oh,
and,
sorry.
and
Sorry.
that's
Sorry.
in all honesty, because again, we are a representation of that man. What you don't want as a woman, and your job, your only job as a woman, is to make sure that your man is out there confident. That is your only job, and we are sucking at it so badly.
I wanna ask him a
Well,
question. I wanna
Yeah,
ask.
definitely. Because I've been having poom poom shorts on. It's been mad hot outside.
Wait. So it's okay. Let me ask you something. What about what Denise and Jose is saying that you disagree with?
All right, I'm a personal trainer. I have mad photos of my body on social media. So it's like, I'm not gonna get married then?
No,
No.
I
But
don't. I
you're
don't think. I
whoa.
don't.
No. But
I
you're
don't think that's.
conflating.
I don't think that's what it is. Is the thing? The thing is, since that's your profession, someone. Let's say me and you are getting to know each
Yeah,
other,
but
right?
that's
Let's
the
just
thing. Are
let's
you
just
twerking?
wait. Hold on, wait. Let's just say me and you are getting to know each other, right? And I know that's part of your profession. Obviously, I'm not gonna put an X on that because that's part of your profession. But if you're going out of your way to get attention from your body, from dudes, let's keep it real. No, no, women don't be twerking for other women. Let's keep it 1,000. That's gonna be an issue. But showing your body because that's your profession, that's okay.
Okay, so in general, then everyone is saying pretty much for Ciara to be doing the video she's doing too much, because as his wife, she doesn't need to do that because the representation of his wife gets misconstrued.
Well, actually, I don't even know what
Not
the
only
conversation
that,
about.
but
Wait.
look
I
at
don't know. I
this.
don't know what's going on with this whole Sierra thing. What happened?
Look,
No.
Ciara,
She was
look
being
at this
used as
thing.
an example.
Ciara, why can say there's plenty of singers and rappers out there that don't have to do that. Ciara has the talent to do way better than that. She that As a matter of fact, come on, let me just restart this whole thing. I've been listening to Ciara since I was very young. Okay?
The
Tell
Missy
me
Elliott days.
and show, yes, show me when Ciara had the ooh, and the just like a boy and all these songs. Show me where she was doing that. She wasn't doing that. I don't recall Ciara twerking. I recall Ciara being very talented for dancing, though, even break dancing.
And people were
right.
actually, people that I know were like saying this is the new not Alicia Keys, Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, yes.
Yeah, she's the new Aaliyah.
Look at Beyonce. Does Beyonce have to reduce herself to twerk in front of the camera, or she can do actual dance? Ciara can dance. That's okay for Cardi B. That's why it's so infuriating. Cardi B doesn't have the talent Ciara has. So I don't understand why pre-wife you weren't like this, but then after being a wife you want to act like a hoe. That makes no sense. Okay, so I get it a little bit better
Yeah.
now. So, perfect example, Cardi B now. So, is she being taken seriously as a wife right now? With her background being a stripper, her being on Love and Hip Hop, her being an MC now, like her still being in her craft,
Well,
dancing, her
yeah,
out.
to a person like me or any other regular man, nobody's gonna take her serious. But she's part of the entertainment industry, so it doesn't that pretty much is like a non-factor. You know what I mean? But let's say if she wasn't part of the entertainment industry and she just was a regular chick, regular degular chick with that type of past, and now she's moving on up, nobody's still gonna take her serious because men do not care about women's money.
Not only that, like if you think about it, and that's another thing that I would love to say to younger ladies and even girls like women my age. We got to look at the results. Cardi B is a stripper, okay? A glorified stripper. Yeah, she worked hard to do that because, of course, she didn't have the security that she was going to find a man. But Cardi B married before she was 30, did she not? Yeah, I
did.
think so. Yeah.
Did
Yes.
Cardi B marry before she got pregnant? Did she not?
Yes.
Did Cardi B
I don't
had
know.
all her kids by the same baby daddy?
So
Yeah.
far,
Yes.
yes,
So
but she has
so
to stay with him.
so
Mhm.
Cardi B staying with her man through cheating, yes or not?
Oh,
Yes.
definitely. She's being
Yeah.
embarrassed, mad,
She's
but she stayed.
exactly
Even
she
though
stayed.
I don't condone it, but yes, that's yes.
So
Yeah.
what I do, because at the end of the day, she even explained this to girls. What am I gonna do? Go with a different man that's gonna cheat on me too? Khloe Kardashian learned that the hard way. She broke her home with Lamar Odom instead of making it work to get with a different one that cheated on her still. Now she has a broken home with 2 kids and look like an idiot. Anyway,
Or she could
going
get with
back,
somebody that's not gonna cheat.
but that's not true in that realm, Rod. We're talking about millionaire people. That doesn't exist. Now, another thing
Okay,
that
okay.
it doesn't.
But most
Let's just
people
keep it
are
real. So to be honest with you, even so, Cardi B did all those things. You have to give her props for 2 things. She understood that her value is not that high. So she didn't play with her womb and she didn't play about getting married. She married very young, under 30, and she also gave that man the exclusive access to her womb. And even though she did that, which is what most of these girls don't do, because of her past as a stripper and her present as a stripper, she had to take a man that his resources are shared with other women and pre-made families because he has multiple baby mamas. So she doesn't get exclusive access to his wealth. She has to share it with these other ladies and his kids. And that is the L that she has to take because she's a stripper. Does that
Okay,
make
I mean,
sense?
excuse me.
she don't
Yeah,
Mhm.
have
no, we're
to.
seeing
Right.
it. We're
I
seeing
mean,
it,
she
and she
don't
better
have
stay
to.
with him. She doesn't have much of a chance with somebody of a higher value than Offset. I mean,
Okay.
some other dude
I
is
mean,
not
she
gonna
don't
want
have
him. Like,
to stay with him.
Oh,
She didn't want to.
okay. Okay.
I mean, it's all
she
about
might,
choice.
no,
But
Okay.
she might as well stay with him. Might as well.
As long as he don't keep embarrassing her, I guess.
Oh, he will. He will. He will. Watch.
Cause she can't be out here
Um,
fighting girls all the time, getting caught up on social media because they got a video of her. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
but
Or
she's
she got
already in
somebody to fight
trouble.
somebody for him.
But she's already gotten into some legal troubles because of that.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it can't be the same.
No, she's gonna have to
okay.
quiet down with the fighting because she's already been in trouble because of that, and she can end up in jail for a long time if she's not on her way to.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's getting
Excuse,
endorsements now. Sorry, Jose.
okay. Excuse me, guys. I just want to give James Maps an opportunity to speak because, you know, James, do you have anything you want to say?
yeah, I think it's about preference, basically.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, yeah, I just think anybody can get married over the age of 30, 40, don't matter. As long as that
Okay.
person happy.
Okay. Now,
That's
one other thing I want to make it clear that James is 24 years old. I know he sounds kind of young, but he is 24 years old. So I just want to make it perfectly clear because unfortunately, there have been people that listen to him speak and they assume that he's a child. No, he's an adult.
I'll show my face one day.
Okay, I'm just
One
want
day.
to clarify that,
No,
James, so people don't get the impression that you are a youth, but you are an adult.
yeah, I'm 24.
And I just want to, and I just want to, okay, and I just want to let everybody know that, you know, if you want to hit the Cash App, it is $cute1NY. Just any donation would be greatly appreciated. And if you have not done so, please subscribe. Not just to my channel, please subscribe to the Input of Boricua, K-Fit, Radical Latino, James Map, and Latin Splaining. I apologize for the commercial. Now we
That's
can
your
continue with the topic.
that. Hey Jose, that's your Cash App. It wasn't like Park Chester is full of rats. Dollar sign.
Oh wow!
Oh,
my
whoa, shot fire. Remember, there are only like
Beep, beep,
tiny
beep, beep,
little
beep, beep, beep,
mics.
beep.
You know what? You know what, Radical? Being that that you went there, you should be the first one to make a donation.
Damn.
Radical.
But it's okay. Now, Radical, where can you be nice like Denise?
Because I'm not fake. Oh shit! No, let me stop.
Oh.
I'm playing. Beep, 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 beep,
This
beep,
is a
beep.
very
envidia.
interesting conversation.
La envidia te mata, Radical.
Ah.
La envidia te mata, mi amor. Estás que te desbordas de envidia.
Diablo, la envidia te corroe, dice ella. Ay, coño. La envidia corroe.
Okay, let me make
Yeah,
this.
she's gonna
Okay, let
do
me
a
make this
santeria on
perfectly
me.
clear.
That's it. It's over. It's over.
Well, let me make this perfectly clear. I do have several cyber children, but let's keep it real. My favorite is Denise.
That's why I have my own room and Radical sleeps in the garage.
Like a certain other content creator that
Yeah.
explains that they live in a garage.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
No, we're not.
You know, I could make a cartoon out of all of you. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Don't play with me.
Oh my
Don't play
god.
with me, yo. I could make a cartoon out of all
yeah,
of you,
yeah,
yo.
we know. Radical can make a cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can already see
In the
it.
chat.
I can already see the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
I can literally see it. But not Radical, you sleep in the garage still.
Yeah, that's true. That's all right. At least I
Doesn't
get my
matter.
own TV. That's all that matters.
Yeah, it's a hand-me-down. It was a TV that I had in 1992, but that's okay.
I know, and I'm trying to take all the Hello Kitty stickers away from the borders.
So we learned tonight that a 304 cannot become a wife. Agreed?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Here.
It's
For some reason,
highly,
I feel
it's
like
highly
you're
unlikely.
still like you're still trying to like you're denying it. You know what I mean?
No,
No,
Casey still
I'm
doesn't
just
believe it.
wanting the right interpretation because at first I thought we were talking about, like the girls who just break up happy homes. Then I learned it was more about the girls that just have reckless sex for no reason,
Right.
just out there just sucking and for no reason, on to the next one with no morals, no guidance. So in the beginning of the conversation, I wasn't really understanding what 304 meant. But they broke it down for me like, pretty much the girls that are just loosey-goosey out there just doing the most, to any and everyone, no morals, no standards. So I thought there was kind of like a gold
Having
digger
no
conversation first, like breaking up happy homes kind of holes like that.
Not only
have no
that,
respect
not only
for
that,
themselves.
these ladies act available. How many wives we've seen on social media displaying their goods or moving like they're single. You get my point? You're still acting like you're available. You're not. The minute that you're with that man, that's your husband, that's it. That's literally it. So I don't get it. You can't make a 304 change because of what I stated before. Her
Yeah, but
humanity is gone.
most of the time they're gonna happen.
So like a Evelyn Lozado, basketball wives girl, the one that was with the baseball player, then the football player, then the basketball player. You know that girl?
I don't know who she is.
No, but she's kind of like on that instance, she's kind of like Jennifer Lopez, that no man can make her happy. She gets bored apparently, so she jumps from man to man to man, and right in the rooster carousel. But the thing with Evelyn Lozada is that she can't settle down. She can't settle down. She can't just quiet her ass down with one man, kind of like with Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez has that problem. She can't quiet down and stay with one man. She stayed a few years with Mark Anthony, yes, but everyone else, it just wouldn't last more than 2 years or so.
But that's why a lot of men advise against dating women in entertainment, because the problem is that women in entertainment tend to be more into having their spotlight and being relevant. And a wife, that's a contradiction to a woman in entertainment, because a wife usually takes the backseat, whether we like it or not. That you have to become second. That's just how it is. That man comes first.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to do that, and you're fighting for the spotlight with that man, and you're a celebrity, it's not gonna work.
One thing I learned about being married was that building together is very important. Um, so both people have to be in the same page to build. One person can't just
Right.
have one idea and then start doing that, and the other person's going to do something else. There's going to be a disconnect. You know what I mean? So being in the same page, communicating, and building together, I found that has been very important. And something that Denise also said, uh, every man wants loyalty. That's what they want. At the end of the day, they want loyalty, and my wife represents me, and I represent my wife. You know what I'm saying? The last thing I'm gonna do is misrepresent her, embarrassing her. You know what I'm saying? The last thing I'm gonna be doing. So every time, like for the past couple of months now, I've been thinking completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm not only thinking about myself, I'm thinking about two. You feel what I'm saying? Like now,
Absolutely.
now I'm thinking like, okay, these steps that I'm making, is that going to not only benefit me but going to benefit her as well? And now I'm not, and this is something because I'm really bad at communicating because I don't like really talking about my issues or whatever the case is. Um, Something that I've been working on. Now I'm finding myself actually talking to my wife about future plans and things that I'm like, okay, these are my steps. This is what I want to do. And she's like, maybe we should do it this way. And actually starts, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. You know what I'm saying? So those are the type of things that I'm starting to see where I'm like, okay, now I feel a little bit more connected towards her than I used to feel like, a couple of months past. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm actually opening up a little bit more.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
even know you and
it's
Denise were
I'm
married.
married too.
Congratulations to you both. I didn't know
thank
that.
you.
I'm
No,
Beautiful
married
and
too.
thing.
My
it's also
marriage is better than Denise's. No, let me stop.
mine is
Uh,
better, so chill out, okay?
Guys,
And we are, and let
radical,
me tell you something.
radical,
We're
radical.
Californians, okay?
What's the difference?
we have a
yeah, I'm
we have a
married too.
we have a secret marriage family YouTube channel. Um,
Ah!
Uh,
so because of that, it's better. In your
Nice.
Oh,
face. No,
stop.
let me
Look,
stop. Let
let
me
me tell
stop.
you something. Ours
Wow.
is multicultural, so it's better. Shut up.
I hate
Yeah,
you.
I'm married too.
Yes, but Denise,
Yeah.
you don't have the advantage of living in Rochester.
Oh,
oh, here
hell
we go
no.
again.
I have the advantage to live by the beautiful Pacific coast. It's never too cold out here. We live in the fifth most profitable economy in the world. I can continue. No, I'm joking. Joking.
And you live in the
Look,
in the
Yeah,
second
and you.
most driest fire
shut
infested
up.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
place
It's
ever.
held
That is
by
so
the
true.
highway.
That is so
N-
true. That is
It's
so
held
It's
by the
true.
highway with all the fires.
I have
Listen,
never experienced.
we can handle rats, but we will never handle forest fires where, oh shit, my
Let me
house is
tell you
burning down.
something, darlings. Let me tell you something, fellas. You do know that that is literally the valley, and here in the South Bay, we don't have that problem.
Okay, well,
Okay.
Oh
in the valley,
my goodness.
it's literally highway to hell because you are driving along the
Oh
freeway
my
and everything is up
God.
in flames next to you on both sides. It's crazy looking.
No, my God. Stop. Anyway, we're still in California. This is the best. Shut up. Anyway,
No, no, no. New
I
York
gotta
is the
say,
best, right?
look,
New
You
I
York
have
gotta
to
is the
deal
say,
best,
with the
right,
homeless.
Radical?
What happened?
I, they're
What?
I
they're
said
not
New York.
homeless. They're hipsters, okay? They are not
Ah,
homeless.
that's the name for
Oh
them now.
my
They're
No.
goodness.
hipsters.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
California renamed the homeless to outdoors people.
Yeah,
That's
they are outdoorsy, and they
That the,
like
oh,
they
stop.
are ¿cómo es que se le dice a los mochileros esto que the people that have the backpackers? That's who
Backpackers.
they are. Yeah.
Ah.
They like to stay mobile. They're nomads.
Well, you know what? You know what, Denise? You know
What?
what, Denise? You better give praise to FBA, because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be in California. That's right. That's right.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. You have to bow to them.
You gotta bow down, because if it
You have
wasn't
to
for
bow
them,
to
you wouldn't be
them.
in
Kowtow.
California. Also, go back and build your own homeland. No, let me stop.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
Congrats to
They
you,
love going to that
James.
shit.
I didn't know you were
They love going.
married,
Okay.
James. And drop the
Oh,
link to your channel in the chat, James.
another thing that I wanted to say to add to
Okay.
what Rod is saying, one of the things that it's I think it's feeling it. I mean, not amongst married women because we talk about these things, but it's being lost as in the culture is basically the things that you feel proud of and certain things that as a woman and how we show representation and how we because for example as a woman, as a wife, we can't go out looking a certain way, not because we're prisoners or slaves, it's because, of course, that we say that for our men. I don't know if it's something that it comes natural. It's not something that's even forced. However, it you apply that to the men, there are certain things that, for example, I don't allow MK to go out looking like trash. I make sure that his stuff is properly ironed and that he looks his best, and he doesn't have like 17 creases on his pants. Those things are him representing me out there. You get my point? So it's just that we do these things in a different way. And I think that I think in our communities, because we're becoming more disconnected from families and we have had so many broken families, we don't know how that structure works. So we form different realities to compensate for what we don't know. So because we have so many single moms even in our culture, because
It's single dad.
contrary to popular belief with a lot of people, we do have single motherhood in the Latin community, and you will see that unfortunately these people don't know how to navigate in a marriage. But the problem is not that. The problem is that they won't listen to the married people. You get my point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So do you
that's
guys
the
have
way
a lot
Absolutely,
of
I
to be.
single
definitely
dads
do.
in
It
too?
definitely gets lost in generation and in culture and environment for sure, and definitely with social media and the world we live in today. Absolutely.
Wait, do you guys have a lot of single dads in there too?
Come again?
Do you have a lot of single dads in the Latin community?
Well, we have right now 38% of our community is single. It's single parents.
Oh no.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to wrap this up. James, what we do here is after we have a call-in show, we have what's called a backstage where we would talk further. If you are able to join
Okay.
us, okay, you can.
I'm
If
going live
not,
later.
I understand. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, okay. First of all, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to wrap this up. So I'm gonna start to take final remarks. So now I'm going to begin with the newest member of the Golden Sphere, who wants to be buried in snow, who wants to go to Times Square in shorts to see the ball drop, whose desire is to go to Corleone and get into the water and swim on New Year's
Ew.
Day. The introvert Boricua.
Ay, Don Jose, come on. What are you telling me? That I want to be in that hypothermia inducing snow with the polar bear temperatures, and you want me to swim in that in that dirty water, the Coney Island? Is like, no, no, sir, no, thank you. But of course, I wanted to say appreciate you, Don Jose, for letting me being part of your panel. That this is a timely topic because on so many other platforms this is being also addressed, and it is important that it's talked about. So that is an understanding, the same way that it was beneficial to our friend Kfit to join this panel so she can get an understanding of it. I mean, of course, you were mentioning other types of women that are either sugar babies or actual paid escorts. Those they have their names. Those they provide also a service, if you will. But that's not what we were talking about. There is an exchange. There is an exchange of goods for a service, currency for a service. That's a bit different because it's a business. It's a business transaction. We're talking about these loose types that they wanna mess around um like male 304s want to do. I mean, yeah. They can do it because they can. But the thing is that the effects of that, as we just discussed, are not necessarily the same for men or for women. Because with women, there is more of an involvement on the mental, psychological, and even physical level. Not so much on the physical or psychological or mental for men. Of course, there is the risk of getting a disease or getting somebody pregnant. That's physical. This is physical, biological, but mental not so much. But this is something that we can touch on again because I wanted to mention like a couple of examples and so on, but maybe some other time. Again, shout out to the panel, Don Jose. Thanks for having me. Denise, James, K Fit. Shout out to the chat, and I'll stand by. Thank you for having me.
Okay, well, I'll go put you in the backstage, and just want to let everybody know that the Intro Boricua has a channel. So I'm gonna ask if you're not done so, please subscribe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you in the backstage, Ramon. Thank you very much. Okay. Now we're going to have final words from K-Fit now.
Good evening. So, thank you for letting me join the panel. I'm sorry I missed like the first 15, 20 minutes. I want to look so crazy in the beginning, but thank you guys for educating me on this type of 304 we were talking about tonight. I'm always happy to drop by everyone's channel. I definitely have to get used to Denise's stream. I'm like really not used to doing long streams. So I definitely want to check out Denise more as well as James and of course you all the time. So thank you for all the education and tips you guys have given me. It was a great stream tonight. It was a pleasure. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you. And I just want to remind everybody, K-Fit has a channel called Why and FaceTime that she comes on every Saturday at 8 o'clock. And she also do exercise videos on Instagram and YouTube. So I'm just asking if you have not done so, please subscribe to her channel. So what I'm going to do, K-Fit, I'm going to put you in the background. If you can stay, stay. If not, I understand. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we're going to have final words from James Maps. The floor is yours, sir.
Oh, thank you, Jose, for letting me on. Stand up. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a channel.
Anything else? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything
Yeah,
else you
one
want to
more
say?
thing.
You want to say? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I love the subject we were talking about today. Well, tonight.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, I just want to let everybody know, if you have not done so, please subscribe to James and Maps channel. It's a new channel, and I think you're going to enjoy his content. So what I'm going to do, James, I'm going to put you in the background. If you can stay, stay. If not, I understand. Thank you very
I
much
will.
for stopping by. I'm going to put you in the backstage.
Okay.
And now we're going to have my cyber daughter. Oops, one moment, sorry. Just give me. Okay. Denise, what are your final words?
Well, my final words are no, you cannot make a 3 or 4 a wife. You can give her a ring, and that's going to become a nice piece of jewelry in her collection. But unfortunately, all the programming that goes into rewiring the brain of a woman to become a 3 or 4 will cut off and contradict and override all of her wife programming, and that doesn't get configured that way. Once that is lost, it's gone. So you got to make a choice. If you're a younger lady listening to this, you're between the ages of 18 to 30, don't even try to be, doing crazy things. And yes, all sexual interactions, even if they don't involve, at least in my standard, right? That's how I judge myself. But all sexual interactions count as a body. I don't care what people say, they do. You are having a sexual interaction, crossing a boundary with someone, even if they don't even touch you or, share, exchange fluids with you. That's a sexual interaction. It's a body, okay? Let's just stop the cap. So, like I said, uh, unfortunately, that is our reality. It's like trying to make a bum a husband. It doesn't work. Um, so, ladies, take that into consideration and avoid 3 or 4 culture. And also look at your idols. And even though they tell you one thing, Beyonce tells you all the single ladies, but goes home to JC. Freaking Cardi B tells you to just, there's hoes in that house, but she's only Offset's hoe. Okay? So, like I said, look at your heroes, look at their lifestyle, and you'll see the hypocrisy in what they're preaching you. Get your stuff together. You cannot afford to be a hoe. You cannot afford to become a 3 or 4. Get you a husband. Keep it moving. Anyway, thank you, Jose. Thank you to everyone in the panel and everyone that was watching. I see that Gigi is here. Thank you, guys, for letting me express my perspective as well. And I love the combo with Rad and K-Fit and Ramon. It was hilarious. So thank you, Jose, for allowing me on your platform. And that's my final thoughts.
Thank you. And I just want to let everybody know, if you have not done so, please subscribe to Latin Splaining, because you're going to get some interesting information and content. So what I'm going to do, Denise, I'm going to put you in the background. If you can stay, stay. Gigi, we're wrapping up, but if you want to join us in the backstage, you can do so. Otherwise, you can always catch it on the playback. So I'm going to put you in the backstage, Denise. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to give you my final words on the subject. To be perfectly honest, it's not likely that a 3 or 4 can become a good wife. I mean, there are transformations that can occur, but they are few and far between. And the fact of the matter is that is the reality. So, to the ladies, you need to think about what you're going to be. Just be mindful that if you decide to become a 3 or 4, there are certain consequences involved. So, that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this up, and I just want to let everybody know I'm going to be live tomorrow at I think 8 o'clock. No, correction, 7 o'clock. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you my reflections of the week. It's just going to be an open forum, me discussing my personal viewpoints. So yes, check it out, Gigi. Thank you very much. So I just want to let everyone know. Thank you very much for everyone who put their comments in the chat. I'm going to thank everyone who appeared on the panel, and I'm going to be live Sunday, and the topic is going to be why do we have trolls? The time it's going to be probably in the evening. What I will do is I'll do the notifications on Instagram and whatnot. So that being said, I just want to thank everyone for stopping by, and I'm going to close the same way I always close. Do not let the errors of the past damage your future, and we must do everything we can to minimize our contact with the mentally and intellectually challenged people, because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by this stupidity and massive insanity. That being said, this has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Thank you very much. Good night and peace.
You strong.